She still thinks about you, but she'll never reach out. She watches quietly from a distance, checking your stories, scrolling through your profile, rereading old messages. Maybe, just maybe, she even typed something, then deleted it. But will she ever send that message? Number. And here's why. The human mind is a battlefield, a war between emotion and logic, between desire and self-control. Right now, she's trapped in that battle. She misses you. She wonders what you're doing. But every time she thinks about reaching out, something stops her. Pride, fear, and that haunting question. What if he's already forgotten me? Because deep down, she knows the truth. Once she makes the first move, she'll have to face reality. That you might have changed, that you might be someone she no longer has power over. And nothing terrifies her more than that. Most people would rather suffer in silence than admit they were wrong. She doesn't want to be the first to break. She doesn't want to appear weak. So she waits, hoping you will be the one to make the first move. But the moment you do, she realizes something. She still has an influence over your emotions, and just like that, she holds the advantage. And there you sit, wondering, should I text her? Should I call? Maybe she just needs a sign? Number. The moment you give in, you become predictable, a memory she can revisit whenever she pleases. But when you don't react, when you don't chase, when you don't need her, that's when her mind begins to spiral. Did I misjudge him? Did he really forget about me? Did I ever truly have him, or was it all an illusion? And that's when the shift happens. Not through words, not through pleading, but through silence. Because the greatest power in attraction is control. Control over yourself, your emotions, your reactions. And when you master that, you become untouchable. She feels it, she sees it, and suddenly the roles reverse. Suddenly, she's the one feeling uncertain. Suddenly, she's the one haunted by regret. So ask yourself this. Are you ready to take back control? Are you done chasing a ghost? Before we move forward, help me spread Stoic philosophy. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. And if you enjoyed this content, comment 1 to let me know. If not, comment 2 and I'll make the next one even better. Drop a comment below. I control my emotions, not her. Now, let's begin your journey to becoming the strongest version of yourself. 1. Her silence, indifference or strategy. You think she doesn't care. You think she moved on easily while you're left picking up the pieces. Number. Her silence isn't indifference. It's strategy. She's not reaching out, not because she's forgotten you, but because she doesn't have to. She's betting on one thing. Sooner or later, you will be the first to break. She understands the game. She knows that most men can't handle uncertainty, silence, the emptiness after a breakup. And that is exactly why she stays quiet. You see, emotion is power. The one who feels more suffers more. The one who acts first loses leverage. So she waits. She watches. She lets time do the work for her. She believes that at some point your emotions will betray you, that at some point you'll crave her presence so badly that you'll surrender. And when that happens, she wins. Because the moment you send that text, "Hey, how have you been? I miss you." The moment you try to revive something that's already dead, you confirm exactly what she suspected. She still occupies your mind. She still has power over you. She never had to chase, because you always come back. But what happens when you don't? When you don't text? When you don't check her social media? When you give her no sign that you're waiting? That's when the game changes, and the only question left is, are you ready to take back control? Doubt begins to creep in. At first, she thinks you're just being stubborn, just a temporary silence. But then, days turn into weeks, and suddenly, her confidence starts to waver. Why hasn't he reached out? Has he replaced me? Did he finally realize his own worth? Have I actually lost him? This is the moment the shift happens, when your silence speaks louder than any words ever could. Because suddenly, she's no longer in control. Now she's the one asking questions. Now she's the one feeling your absence. But this only works if you commit, if you don't break the silence. If you let her sit in it and wonder why you're not chasing like the others. If you become the exception, the man who doesn't need her validation, because real power isn't loud, it isn't desperate, it isn't impulsive. Real power is controlled silence, unshaken, unmoved. And when you master that, she will feel it, she will realize. You're no longer a pawn in her game. You're finally in control. If you're ready to take back control, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And comment below, "My silence is my power." Now, let your silence speak. 2. Why chasing her only pushes her further away. You think that if you just explain, if you just remind her of what you had, she'll suddenly realize your worth and come back? Number. The truth is harsh, but clear. The more you chase, the less she values you. The more you try to pull her back, the faster she'll run. Why? Because desperation repels her. It tells her that you are not the prize. It tells her that she is. And the moment she realizes that, she loses respect for you. This isn't just about her. This is human nature. We don't value what's handed to us for free. We don't crave what's always available. We chase what feels just out of reach. And right now, whether you realize it or not, you are teaching her how to treat you. Every time you double text, every time you remind her of the good times, every time you reach out first, you reinforce one simple truth in her mind. You are an option, not a priority. You might think you're being persistent, that you're fighting for love, but in reality, you're doing the opposite. You are eliminating mystery. You are removing the challenge. You are killing attraction. Because when a woman has absolute certainty about you, desire fades. So if you're ready to change the game, comment below, "I don't chase, I am the prize." Now, let her be the one asking the questions. What happens when you already know the ending? Think about it. When you watch a movie and you already know how it ends, what happens? It gets boring, it gets predictable, it gets forgettable. The same principle applies to relationships. But when you disappear, when you stop chasing, when you fully withdraw, everything changes. Her own mind starts working against her. Where is he? Why isn't he reaching out? Did I misjudge him? Did I make a mistake? Your absence creates distance, and distance creates uncertainty. Suddenly, she no longer has that emotional safety net. Suddenly, she's the one wondering, overthinking, feeling uneasy, because she doesn't know. And that discomfort, that's what makes people act. Because here's a brutal truth. No one forgets someone truly valuable. If she truly saw your worth, she wouldn't have let you go in the first place. But if she did, it means that in her eyes, you weren't valuable enough. So what do? You increase your value. You rebuild yourself into someone she regrets losing. But that only happens when you let go, when you stop chasing, when you stop trying to fix something that's already broken. Because real men don't beg. They don't plead. They don't chase. They step back. They focus on themselves, and by doing so, they take back all the power. If you're tired of chasing shadows, if you're ready to become the one who others pursue, comment below, I don't chase, I attract. I control my emotions. Now, let the game change in your favor. 3. Why is she attracted to a man who controls himself? Have you ever noticed that the men who care the least seem to get the most attention? The ones who don't overreact, the ones who don't chase, the ones who don't let their emotions dictate their actions. They move differently, and because of that, they hold power. This isn't luck. This isn't some secret formula. This is control. A man who controls his emotions controls the situation. A man who doesn't will react out of fear, desperation, and loneliness. And when that happens, he becomes untouchable, but not in a good way, because women don't respect a man who is emotionally unstable. They don't value a man who lets his emotions control his behavior. You think she left because she stopped loving you? Number. She left because she stopped feeling attracted to you. She saw your emotional reactions. She saw your constant need for reassurance. She saw your fear of losing her, and that fear became suffocating. She doesn't want to be the center of your emotions. She wants to be drawn to your strength, to your presence, to your ability to handle life without falling apart. Because attraction, at its core, is biological. Women are wired to seek men who provide emotional stability, not men who crumble under pressure, not men who beg, plead, or break down when things don't go their way, but men who can take the hit, stand tall, and keep moving forward. Stop. Take back control. If you're sitting there, overthinking, obsessing over old conversations, stop. Every second you stay trapped in your emotions is a second you lose control. And the more control you lose, the less attractive you become. You must become the man who stays calm in the storm, a man who isn't shaken by silence, a man who doesn't need to force anything, because he knows he is the prize. And when you become that man, people feel it. She will feel it. And then she'll realize the one thing that terrifies her the most. You don't need her. And that is what makes you powerful. If you're ready to take back control, if you're done letting emotions make you weak, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And comment below, I control my emotions. They don't control me. 4. The power of mystery. How to keep her drawn to you. Predictability kills attraction. Mystery fuels desire. Right now, she thinks she has you all figured out. She believes she knows how you feel, what you're thinking, and what you'll do next. And that certainty makes her comfortable. That certainty is why she's not reaching out. But what happens when you become unpredictable? When you stop posting about your emotions? When you stop engaging with her on social media? When you stop reacting the way she expects? Doubt starts creeping into her mind. Why isn't he reaching out? Is he seeing someone new? Is he happier without me? That uncertainty makes her curious. That curiosity makes her reevaluate everything. Because here's a psychological truth. People always value what they don't fully understand. The moment you pull back and become unpredictable, you're no longer an open book she's finished reading. You become a puzzle she suddenly wants to solve. Where most men fail, they think that just disappearing will make her chase. But it's not just about silence. It's about becoming a man she can't touch anymore. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, energetically. She should never know what you're thinking. She should never know how you feel. She should never know whether you still want her or not. Because the moment she knows, the mystery is gone. And when the mystery is gone, so is the attraction. So stop giving her a window into your life. Stop making it easy for her to keep tabs on you. Let her wonder. Let her doubt. Let her question. Because when she does, that's when she starts reaching out. That's when she starts regretting. That's when she realizes she may have lost you forever. If you're ready to stop being predictable, if you're ready to become the man she can't figure out, comment below. I am the mystery she will never solve. 5. Rebuilding your value. The art of self-mastery and reinvention. Do you want her to regret leaving? Do you want to take back all the control? Then stop thinking about her. Start rebuilding yourself. Because here's the truth. She doesn't care about your words. She's watching your actions. She's waiting to see. Will you fall apart without her? Or will you rise without her? And right now, whether you realize it or not, you're at a crossroads. One path leads to obsession, overanalyzing, waiting, hoping she'll come back. The other leads to transformation, becoming the strongest version of yourself, not caring whether she reaches out, because you're too busy winning. Let me tell you about regret. Regret doesn't come from seeing you suffer. Regret doesn't come from begging texts or guilt trips. Regret comes from seeing you evolve. When she sees you leveling up, when she sees your physique improve, when she sees your confidence grow, when she sees your lifestyle expand, that's when she realizes she lost something valuable, and that's when you no longer need her. That's when regret hits. Not because you tried to impress her, not because you tried to win her back, but because she realizes she can no longer reach the man you've become. And this is where most men fail. They want revenge. They want to prove something. But you don't evolve for her. You evolve for you. Because the goal isn't to win her back. The goal is to become the man she can never replace. So ask yourself right now, are you stuck in the past, replaying old memories? Or are you in the gym, training your body? Are you scrolling through her social media, looking for signs? Or are you focused on your finances, career, and future? Are you waiting for validation? Or are you building a life so powerful that her absence is nothing more than a distant memory? Because here's reality. The best revenge is never words. The best revenge is success. And when she sees that, she'll understand the man she left behind no longer exists. If you're ready to evolve into your strongest self, if you're done living in the past, comment below, I don't look back. 6. Psychological triggers. How to make her regret losing you. Do you want to know exactly when she starts regretting leaving you? It's not when you text her. It's not when you try to prove your worth. It's when she realizes she no longer has power over you, because here's what most people don't understand. No one regrets losing someone who still wants them. They only regret losing someone who moves on without them. Right now, she assumes you're still thinking about her. She believes you're still watching, waiting, hoping. And as long as she believes that, she feels safe. She feels comfortable in control. But the moment she feels the shift, the moment she realizes she no longer occupies your mind, your heart, your life, that's when regret hits. Because now she's no longer rejecting you. You are rejecting her. It's subtle, but powerful. The way you stop engaging. The way you no longer react. The way you carry yourself as a man too focused on his growth to care about the past. She will feel that shift, and it will confuse her, because now she's the one asking, did I make a mistake? Was he actually better than I thought? That's the moment she regrets it. Psychology is on your side. The human mind hates uncertainty, and the moment she starts questioning, she'll need an answer. That's when she starts checking up on you. She'll watch your stories. She'll ask mutual friends about you. She'll find reasons to reconnect. But by then, you won't need her validation anymore, because you'll be too busy becoming the man she never thought you could be. So don't seek revenge. Don't try to make her jealous. Don't force regret. Just disappear. Become the man she can never reach again, because that is the only way she will truly regret losing you, not by trying to bring her back, but by becoming a man she will never have access to again. If you refuse to be someone's backup plan, if you're ready to become a man who cannot be replaced, comment below. I am the one who broke free. 7. The final test. If you still care, you haven't truly let go. Let's be real. Right now, you're still wondering if she'll ever come back. You're still hoping that one day she'll realize what she lost and return. That's the final test, because the truth is, if you still care, if you're still waiting for her regret, then you haven't actually moved on. Detachment isn't pretending not to care. It's actually not caring. It's waking up one day and realizing she's just another person, another memory, another lesson. No anger, no sadness, no lingering thoughts, just indifference. And this is where most men fail. They do everything right. They stay silent. They focus on themselves. They level up, but deep down, they're still watching. They're still waiting. They're still hoping. And that hope is what keeps them trapped, because hope is attachment. And attachment is the root of suffering. The moment it's too late, she might check up on you, she might regret leaving, she might even reach out again, but by then it doesn't matter, because when you've truly moved on, you don't need closure, you don't need validation, you don't need her regret. She becomes irrelevant, and ironically, that's when she feels it the most. Because nothing is more powerful than a man who is completely free. No regrets, no attachments. So ask yourself, have you really let go, or are you just waiting for a reaction? Because if you're still checking, still wondering, still hoping, you're still trapped, and the only way out is to let go completely. If you're ready to stop holding on to the past, if you're done waiting for a ghost, comment below. I release what no longer serves me. 8. Why she's watching you but can't reach out. You may not see her, but she's there, watching, checking, wondering, yet no matter how much she wants to, she won't reach out. Why? Because if she does, she risks confirming her worst fear, that she no longer has control over you. The silent game. Right now, she's playing a game, a quiet, subtle game. She wants to know, are you still the man she left behind? Are you still waiting? Are you still hoping? Are you still emotionally attached to her? And as long as she doesn't reach out, she doesn't have to face the truth. But deep down, she feels something. She feels the shift. She feels your absence, not just your words, but your energy, your lack of reaction, the fact that you no longer orbit around her, the fact that she's losing access to the version of you that once put her on a pedestal. That's why she's watching. Not because she wants to come back, but because she wants to know if you're still within reach. But when she sees that you've detached, evolved, and moved forward, that's when panic sets in, because now she realizes you were the one who truly left. Her silence, it's not indifference, it's fear. Fear of facing the truth, that she lost someone valuable. Fear of seeing you grow without her. Fear of admitting that she misjudged you. So no, she won't reach out. Her ego won't allow it. And even if she does, it won't be because of love. It will be to test you, to see if she still has control, to see if she still has influence over you. But by then, you won't even care. Because by then, you'll have moved so far forward, her presence will mean nothing. If you're done waiting for ghosts, if you no longer need closure, comment below. Her silence is not my concern. 9. The ultimate Stoic mindset. She's not the prize, you are. At some point, you have to ask yourself, why was I chasing her in the first place? Because the moment you start seeing yourself as the prize, everything changes. Think about it. Why did she ever have so much power over you? Why did her opinion matter so much? Why did her absence affect your self-worth? Because you saw her as the prize. And as long as you do, you will always be the one chasing, the one waiting, the one suffering. But that ends today. The Stoic truth. Stoics understand one thing better than anyone else. Your value is not defined by anyone but you, not by her, not by society, not by external validation. The moment you internalize this, you become untouchable, because when you truly believe that you are the prize, you stop chasing, you stop seeking approval, you stop attaching your worth to who stays or who leaves. You walk away without fear, you detach without hesitation, and in doing so, you become exactly what she never thought you could be. A man she can't control, a man she can't manipulate, a man she can't replace. And the irony, the moment you stop chasing, people start chasing you. Because no one chases desperation, they only chase scarcity, they only chase value, they only chase what they can't have. But by then it won't even matter anymore. Because once you have mastered the Stoic mindset, once you have built a life so solid that no one can shake it, you'll realize the truth. She was never the prize. You were. You always were. If you're ready to step into your power. If you're done putting others on a pedestal, comment below, I am the prize. In my opinion, a man's true strength isn't in holding on or waiting for someone's regret. It lies in his ability to control his own emotions. When you stop seeking validation, you naturally become the one others pursue. Not because you're silent to manipulate, but because you genuinely understand your own worth. You don't need to prove anything. Your growth is the only answer. Remember, a Stoic man doesn't chase, doesn't beg, and doesn't wait. He builds himself. He focuses on his own path. And he never forgets his worth. Because in the end, it's not about her. It's not about anyone else. It's about you. It's about how you see yourself, how you act, and how you handle life when things don't go your way. What defines you isn't a breakup. It isn't a loss. It isn't whether someone regrets leaving you. The truth is, you don't need an explanation. You don't need validation. You don't need to know if she still thinks about you. That doesn't matter. What matters is that you've built yourself into a man who doesn't need those answers. A man so focused on his own journey that he never looks back. And this isn't just about one woman. It's about every relationship, every challenge, every moment life throws at you. You have two choices. Let it break you, or let it shape you. The winner chooses to build. So, what's your next move? Sit and wait, or rise, evolve, and step into your own power. If you're ready to let go of the past, break free from the chains holding you back, and move forward with strength, take action now. Like this post, Subscribe to Stoic Station, turn on notifications, and comment below. I choose strength over attachment. This isn't just a phrase, it's a commitment to yourself. A first step on the journey to becoming a stronger version of you. This is the blessing of a Stoic: discipline, focus, control. Life belongs to those who master themselves. Stay strong, stay unshakable, and walk forward with unwavering determination.